Paint the Universe show, episode 2. Sitting down with the homie Jody. How we doing, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Good. Stoked to sit back down, kind of pick up on some things.
Very excited.
Yep. Lots been happening, huh?
Definitely.
Yep.
Lots happened in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. Even just the past couple of days, I mean, the tipper ticket debacle, has been
currently going down, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think OD pointed out a really good point in the tipper fam group, when you highlight that news article. I think it was from 2018. It was, but it pointed out just the possibility and that the tickets can be abused. I mean, by the ticket holders even. And they highlighted, I believe it was called like Trade Desk, that software that they were advertising at these conventions to bring in resellers in like these mass quantities and, take away from just like the common attendee, you and I.
Right. It's hard. I mean, they do what they can for their tickets, and I applaud them. Mm-hmm. It's been hard, but a lot easier than fighting scalpers in the past couple of years with the way they have done signups and emails and all that. And some people have had troubles with their email and getting their codes, but ultimately tickets are going into the hands of the people that they need to go into. So it's a positive at the end of the day, and they're figuring it out the best they can, and I applaud them for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the transparency I think is huge.
Yeah, it's super cool. It feels like you're actually being taken care of, and that's huge when you're dealing with things like this, and tickets are selling out as fast as you can blink. Seriously, I tried to buy tickets earlier today, and it was over before my phone could refresh.
On the general on sale, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Yeah.
Same with pre-sales, though, honestly. I mean, I tried on pre-sales. I had a bunch of friends that tried on pre-sales, and it seems like I only know a handful of people that actually got tickets.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough balance, like we were talking about before the pod, of the intimacy of the venue, the familiarity, but just the scarcity that is with.
Yeah, it's definitely small, especially compared to I think Swanee is 7,500, and it's definitely toned down from that. It's toned down from even Red Rocks, which is his last event out here. So it definitely gets scarce out here.
How do you think what do you envision the ticket structure could change to where it's more empowered into the attendee's hand or the promoter's hand or the artist,
I don't really know, because I'm not very educated on the lawsuits that have been happening with Live Nation and Ticketmaster and all that, but I heard recently that they lost something in regards to their resales, and I think it had to do a lot with their own bots being able to buy tickets and resell them through their site, and they're profiting extra off of tickets that never were even in people's hands to begin with. And I don't know how true that is. Like I said, I'm not very educated on the subject, but I feel like as a promoter and as an artist and as a manager, you can only do so much when you're fighting the system. There's definitely higher powers that are controlling all this, and I don't really have the education to know. I would like to know so we can try to take a step in the right direction, even with fees and stuff. I pay almost a whole ticket price in fees every time I cop tickets, because I'm always copping at least 2 tickets, if not more, to try to help friends and stuff like that. And I end up paying so much money just in fees, just trying to help people, it's crazy.
Yeah, the fees compound too every resale,
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, it really makes the team shine Tipper's team when they are transparent. I think that makes anybody stand out. And that, the Live Nation monopoly is not good.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's become a thing, especially in recent years, and especially since quarantine, it feels like everything's kind of raised in price, but tickets are to the point where, a lot of tickets aren't selling because people can't afford to pay these extra fees and the extra travel fees and everything else.
Are there any venues around town like Denver that tout, being home owned and being, I guess, just a bit more not having that Live Nation influence? I'm trying to think.
Maybe Black Box is really all I can think of. I've never really seen. They always do all their tickets through a third party app. I don't remember exactly what it is. I want to say it's Eventbrite, but I don't believe it is. I could be wrong or right there, but I know that they at least try to kind of stay away from things that do that, and I think they offer no fees at the door, and there's a few places around town that used to offer no fees, at least, where if you were able to go to box office you can get hard copies without fees, which was really cool. And I'm not too sure what venues still do that. I know Red Rocks used to, and you could go like Denver Coliseum and be able to pick up tickets there for Red Rocks.
Yeah.
And there was also a few like shops around town. Like there used to be a place called Things That Glow that you used to be able to go get tickets at. So I remember like a lot of people when I was younger trying to go there and get tickets. Maybe the Ogden does still. I have no idea. Maybe the Fillmore as well. I know at least for like the tipper tickets, they're including fees in like the price, and they already kind of set that forward. So at least you're expecting it, I guess, you know, but they're probably included still, you know.
I miss the hard copy days.
Yeah, I really do miss hard copies, man. I miss just being able to hold the ticket. Like holding a pass on your phone to just get scanned in. It feels just like everything else in life, you know, where you're just like scrolling away and it's gone forever at one point, you know. I would rather have a hard copy ticket. I used to have a wall of just all the shows I had been to, all the tickets and everything. Like I still like holding on to those memories.
Yeah, I still have my old photo album where I glued in all my all my event tickets from 2014, you know, for like 4 years onward. Yeah, a lot of hip hop. Has all my early shows, Underachievers, and that whole era.
Yeah, exactly. See, like those are like ticket stubs that I'm gonna cherish forever. Because now, like, I might even go to LA to see the Clockwork Indigo show coming up on the 16th. Cool. I really want to be there. My father was currently working in LA. One of my best friends is going, so I'm gonna try to make it happen. Because I was here when they did that tour 10 years ago, you know, and it would be sweet to relive those days just for a little bit, even if it's just a night out in LA.
Yeah, is it the 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, it's 10-year anniversary of the Clockwork Indigo project. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully, I can make it happen.
Yeah, that'd be sick, dude. Just to take a step back in time musically. And I think of like the whole mixtape era then. I mean,
right.
I think of all the early Wiz Khalifa, Underachievers, Pro era, you know.
Man, I saw somebody in the Mac Miller group yesterday on Facebook asking like where they could find certain tapes from Mac Miller, and people were telling them like, man, Dat Piff days, you know, like it's crazy. Like, and we're all just sitting there like, dang, man, take me back.
Oh yeah. I remember loading up like my iPod Shuffle or something, and just going in there. Oh yeah.
I miss iPods, man. I miss just having like access to owning the music and having it anytime I wanted on a solid device all the time. I would still carry an iPod if they still worked like that, honestly.
I hold on to like physical media at this point, dude.
Yeah, so tough. And like even one of my close buddies and tattoo artist, Miguel, he's like big on his physical art. I mean, that's kind of my one guy when it comes to that. Me and him always try to get physical copies of everything, and it kind of runs us up, but I mean, it's worth it at the end of the day. Even at times where like we have no internet or something like that, there's like I think there was a crash like recently out here and stuff, and people were like, what do I do? You know, I can't even get online. I can't even get on my phone. I can't do nothing. I'm like, man, at least I can watch movies, you know. Having physical media definitely pays off.
Yeah, I had that exact thought when I finally got a VHS player the other day. Nice. And I was like, this shit is unstoppable, bro.
Right. I like personally believe that everything is like made to break now, you know, including film and everything else, you know, and like we've gotten to the point where we don't even own anything, you know, and we're okay with that. Where like back in the day, I think even just going from VHS to DVD and stuff like that, I think they were just like progressively making things easier to like scratch or mess up to where you have to buy multiple, and they were trying to figure out a system of like, how can we keep people buying the same things over and over and over again? And the answer was like things like streaming, where you're just paying a monthly fee to view the same things over and over and over again. And we just kind of progressed into adapting this system of consumerism that's just crazy.
Well, yeah, and then the artists are feeling the effects of that too.
For sure.
I mean, they're not being paid the same. Yeah, all of a sudden it's a different dynamic. You're chasing a stream, a view. Yeah, not a tangible record purchase.
I mean, even I just like kind of like barely touched base on how we used to own music with the iPod and stuff like that. But like nowadays we don't own any of the music we listen to, and artists are definitely feeling the effect of that. Like they do Bandcamp Fridays, and I know a lot of people in our community try to shell out on those Fridays to get their money directly to artists, and we at least try to own physical copies. We got people printing vinyls and stuff now, like something that was a dead art 10 plus years ago, or not really dead, but people didn't really seek it out, you know. There wasn't a whole lot of artists printing vinyls still, or pressing vinyls I should say, but nowadays like we're pushing for that. There's a lot of heads in the scene that want vinyls, and like even the Tipper and Friends afters at Orion, it was like a vinyl afters, and it was so sweet, dude. There were so many people just chilling listening to vinyl. It was awesome.
You know, what was your first point? I'm sorry, I spaced on that.
Just like being able to buy physical like media and like audio again and stuff, because we kind of like touched base on the point of like we don't own anything again.
Yeah.
So I was touching base on like the fact like back in the iPod days, at least on like Apple Music and stuff, we used to own that music, and with Bandcamp you still kind of can.
Bandcamp was what I was thinking about doing, and how they're really holding it down still
For
at
sure.
this point, you know, and really like being very vocal about it. I mean, yeah, they have the transparency behind them too, the support both on the artist side, and the listeners.
Yeah,
You know, that's my go-to for any physical media from an artist, especially in like the electronic scene. You know, they drop them on there, you know, and they run the vinyl campaigns, let artists put out their music on different media. Maybe they couldn't afford to like run a full set on, you know, or a full order.
Right. I love to see it. Keep pushing artists to make physical music, you know, things that we can actually tangibly touch. Even I like to see the cool little drops that people do every now and then of like even USBs, or like I've seen like, I think Tape Beat just did it recently, but also Truth has done it in the past, and like Rusko have done what's it called, like, why am I not thinking of the word right now, but the actual like tapes and stuff, like for tape decks and
the
whatnot.
cassettes.
Yeah, the cassettes. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I've seen people actually still dropping cassettes. I know On Hell did a cassette. I think those are awesome.
I've got a growing cassette collection, dude, from like all of Lil Peep's discography to DMVU.
Damn,
like,
that's sick. That's super sick.
Yeah, it's wild. They're still pushing it, you know. Yeah, I just saw something that they announced, Lil Peep's birthday bash, you know, in New York. I just got the newsletter on today. Yeah, I mean, Lil Peep's legacy, I think, is awesome to be kept alive in a way. I mean, the community is still there. You know, even like going into the workplace, I can still hear younger adults listening to Lil Peep, and it still has like this influence that's wild.
Right. I was never big on Lil Peep, but I have like his reach and influence is undeniable, you know. Like I see it everywhere too. There's a ton of people I talk to that are Lil Peep fans and stuff to this day, still say that he's their favorite artist, and it's incredible to see, man. I got respect for anybody that's got that kind of reach and puts that much passion into their work.
It's beautiful and so young.
Yeah, seriously.
Rest in peace, Peep.
Rest in peace.
So what have you been listening to lately, man, as far as like music wise?
Let's see. I know Kodak just dropped some, or not Kodak, but Black just dropped something new today, and I think it was just kind of like an EP of a single song with a like Spanish artist. That was pretty cool. So I was kind of listening to that on the way here.
Okay.
What else have I got? Let's see. I'm gonna pull it up. I just went to Slender Bodies and Tim Atlas the other night for my birthday. That was pretty cool, and they both have new works of music. Slender Bodies has a new album called The Sugar Machine, and it's like indie music, very vibey stuff. And same with Tim Atlas. He kind of sings a bit more on his stuff, and he's got a new album called Ashante. And they're both pretty cool. It was a sweet show. I love going to the Gothic, and it's very rare I get to go there these days, honestly. Like most of the artists I like have kind of, I guess, outgrown that place. Like, so now they're playing Mission or something a little bit bigger every time they come through, and it's cool being back there. I like that place a lot, especially since they renovated it. I mean, quite a long time ago now, but it's been awesome since the renovations.
Cool. I see a lot of like all the Red Rocks afters seem to be thrown there.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah, that seems to be a spot. I never made it out, but yeah, Daily Bread's doing a late night run there.
That's gonna be sweet. Yeah, I barely even go to Red Rocks though, honestly. Like there's a few shows every year that I kind of go to. I'm gonna try to go to Deadmau5. I've never seen Deadmau5, so I'm trying to go out there for his like Day of the Dead shows that he has every year. I'm really gonna try to make it this year, but even like nowadays I go maybe once or a couple times a month, you know. Like I really wanted to go to STS9 that was there like last weekend. They did their makeup dates with 4 sets and just played the entire night, and that would have been super sick. I have great memories of seeing STS9 there. Like one year they had Ott and EPROM open up, but they played in like the middle of the crowd where the sound booth is. And that's definitely like one of my favorite memories. Like that was definitely one of the most spectacular shows I've ever seen at Red Rocks.
Cool. I'm sure they complement each other. You
know?
Definitely. I only just saw STS9 for the first time 2 or 3 years ago at Red Rocks.
Nice.
That blew me away. I missed that live performance aspect. I mean, with the bass guitar up there, just hitting it and shaking Red Rocks, I was like, all right, that made me pick up the bass guitar again, because I was like, I missed that feeling. You know?
The acoustics in Red Rocks are amazing, you know. There's nothing like it. Even nowadays, especially since Sound Ordinance, I always tell people, especially if they've never seen something at Red Rocks, I'm like, if there's a band you like, definitely go and see like your favorite band at Red Rocks, and you're gonna love it. You know, the acoustics there are unlike anywhere else in the world.
Cool. The last show I went there was in August for Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with my mom, dude. She was like singing her heart out, and I didn't know much of the music, but I love it, dude. They had like some Alabama band, the Future Birds, opening up, and yeah, just finding one song I still have on repeat since then.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Stoked for it. Trying to think, what else we got coming up here, dude? I know Lost Lands and Wakaan just went down.
Yeah,
Wakaan this past weekend.
Yeah, I had a bunch of friends at Wakaan. It looked awesome. I tried to like look for more videos of sets to see more, but really I just found a bunch of easy bake videos. So I don't know if they had the most lit set of the weekend or what, but they definitely looked like they were crushing out there. It looked awesome.
Yeah, dude, those stages are killer. I only went the first year. Have you been?
I haven't been since the first year either. And it looks crazy now. Like, I definitely want to go back. The grounds were awesome. The way they set up the times to where there was, like, no overlap and everything was really cool. I really like Wakaan. I would like to go back for sure.
Oh, yeah. I missed camping by the main stage. That was the highlight of it. I didn't leave most of the time. I remember catching Tie-Dye Ty's set, singing every song, from the chill bow at my campsite. Really.
Nice. Man, I was kind of far. I was all the way by, I guess it was probably still the chakra stage where they did like the pre-party and stuff down on the hill. And I was camped way over by there, and whether it was middle of the day or night, if main stage was running, you could hear it clear as day from my campsite. It was so loud, but it didn't feel that loud when you went up to main stage. Like, it felt very on point, like my ears weren't bleeding when I walked up towards the stage, but I could still walk back to my campsite and not miss a single beat. It was awesome.
And they used the PK rig there, or they did.
Yeah, at least it used to be PK. I don't know anymore, but they definitely crush out there.
I mean, the speaker names can be strange because all of a sudden, there's this they advertise as PK. People are saying, oh, it's not Function, it's not Henny, all this and that,
Right.
But then bumps, and I feel like it can gain a new appreciation for an array system
for
on
sure.
the main stage.
I think it all definitely depends on like sound engineers and stuff. There's been this long fight, especially with new sound companies popping up and stuff. But at the end of the day, we all love speakers, like we all love wiggly vibrations, and that's what we're here for, So if you got the right sound engineers and you got a nice stack in front of you, you're not going to have any worries, man.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's PK, Henny, Function, Void, Element 5s, they're all going to crush with the right people at the decks.
Yeah. And each stage still has a set of those,
Yep.
Yeah, I think they added a new stage somewhere out in the GA parking or near like the RVs.
Nice.
Something on that.
Yeah, because they still had two when we were there, but it was like I don't remember the name of it. It was like kind of like the Jenga stage or something out in the woods. And I think the Whittler played there and stuff when we were there that first year, but then they also had the chakra stage that was on the hill with all the stuff hanging above. And that was pretty cool. I would like to see how it's upgraded since, for sure.
Same. I'm sure it's growing a lot, and that's the most south I've went for a festival. As far as I've experienced like bugs there too.
Right.
I remember having stick bugs like near me.
Yeah, it was definitely a little rough down in Arkansas. I would say Arkansas and Alabama are now the furthest south I've been, besides like Florida. But Florida's Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some video of an armadillo crawling around the chakra stage. Like,
vibing, straight vibing.
Yeah, I love seeing like the outpour of people though, and be like, save this armadillo, direct them.
Right.
You saw them for sound this past year when it was the turtle eggs nest. You remember that?
Yeah, that was super cool.
That survived the whole weekend. Yeah, and that was beautiful. No questions asked. Just a little safe spot.
Yeah, seriously. Even I saw it walking around and stuff, and I paid it zero mind. And then at the end of the weekend, it was like, good job, everybody. And everybody was like, oh, sweet. So we actually were doing something by avoiding that, because sometimes, especially like infrasound, they'll like block off that stage area for like the late night sets. So everybody has to like put their headphones back and stuff. They don't want just 100 people walking off with headphones.
It's a lot of traffic right
there.
Yeah,
so I feel like a lot of people get to those points where they're under the influence and they stop caring about, the little things and people trying to tell them to watch out or go this way. And it was nice to know that entire festival of people were cautious enough to not do harm to a precious animal.
Totally, dude. Yeah, a lot of good I've been hearing about Wakaan, and Lost Lands, but then this year I feel like there's been an outpour of theft posts. That is every year, every festival.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my personal experience. I went to Lost Lands the first and second year, and I had somebody try to pickpocket me there when I was going to like Millennium at the main stage. Yeah, I remember feeling somebody reach in my pocket, dude. Turn around, it's this middle-aged Hispanic woman just like looking at me. It was this very strange thing.
Unsettling.
Yeah, and like we avoided this physical conflict. Yeah, it's weird. like how these outside predators are almost coming into the festival scene, especially Lost Lands. I mean, that's a thought.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so like central in Ohio. Have you ever had any experiences like that? Where like
I think it kind of just comes with festivals growing, and I feel like city festivals like Imagine and stuff like that, especially as they grew, definitely adapt to that, because there's a lot of people that could just buy a ticket, go there for the day and not really care, and try to make a come up on people that are trying to have fun, are under the influence and not paying the best of attention. So people like to take advantage of people, and that's why like festivals way out in the woods, you're going to avoid that a little bit more, because people really have to put in an effort to go out there. Like when I went to One Vibe out here, it was an 8-hour drive from where we're at like right now. Like there's nobody driving 8-9 hours into the woods in the middle of the mountains with a festival of 1,000 people that are going to recognize everybody there to steal, But as things grow, they definitely, attract new eyes and stuff. And I actually had an experience with that at Sonic Bloom. Like Sonic Bloom started growing, more people started figuring it out. I started having friends travel from out of state, and these are the friends that like when I mentioned Sonic Bloom to them, they had no idea what it was. And I thought that was like a huge, well-known festival to me, because in Colorado, everybody knew what Sonic Bloom was.
A staple, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like I thought that was just like Imagine or anything else. Like if we know about it like this, then everybody else does too. And once I started making friends outside the state, I realized that it wasn't really known like that, but it became known very quickly around like 2015 when Tipper played, and then 2016, 2017, and then after that, I think in 2018 or 19, we were sitting at a stage watching like Of the Trees and Digital Ethos, and somebody just straight reached in my pocket, and I had nothing there. I was wearing like a onesie, so everything was on my body on the inside, and he reached in my onesie pocket and was like feeling around, and I straight looked at the dude. I was like, dude, I felt you with your hand in my pocket. He was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, dude, I know like the people who work security here, so you either like need to get away from me or I will cause problems for you.
Yeah.
And then I saw him like go and grab his buddy, and like his buddy was trying to pickpocket people too, and so I went and grabbed security like immediately. And I think that happens. Lost Land, the first couple of years, probably nobody knew what it was. But since Lost Land started in 2017, I think, like, it's probably one of the best known festivals and maybe one of the largest festivals in America now. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's definitely going to attract some sour apples,
It's insane the scale, and I think you're totally right about it, just in crimes of opportunity. Yeah, being in the city is the spot, Yeah, 2015 is, when Hummingbird Ranch for Sonic Bloom first came on my radar too. Yeah, bummed to never make it out. That was the thing. Yeah,
hopefully Bloom figures it out, makes a comeback. Like honestly, I just want to see something that's forward thinking like that and has lineups like that back in Denver. We still have global events, and I'm personally not a big fan of global events. I feel like they attract weird crowds, but I don't know. They still put on for Denver, so I still have respect for what Global does and the artists that they bring out. And they have done really cool things with Global Dance, like, since the start of it. And so I'm really hoping to see it come back in Bloom or Rise or maybe something new, new spot, new name, give something fresh to Colorado, because we need it out here. We're supposedly the base capital, but we're kind of lacking on having like a place to let loose. We need a solid festival out here.
Mm-hmm. That's built over, a decade or so. That
right,
like the Denver grassroots from it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. There might be one coming. I see a lot of Homie Fest pop up.
Right.
Like you said, 1,000 tap around there.
And as much as there is bad seeds everywhere you go, like obviously there's a couple bad things that happened at Lost Lands, and there's bad seeds there, but there also is a lot of good things that come from these things, and they're good for our scene, and it's making people more aware of these things, too. Like, I don't think, especially now, I've seen a lot of people becoming more and more aware of like the ketamine epidemic and trying to put it down, where even a few years ago, it seemed like nobody cared about that, So even in the midst of things happening, it brings awareness to situations, and going forward, it's always going to be better, as long as we try to be better.
Mm-hmm. So much light has been shed on, the ketamine epidemic. I mean, in the scene that there is, from an artist to the promoters, there's been more light shed on it. And I think we have a lot of healing to do. I don't think it's any coincidence that, these dissociatives kind of latch onto scenes.
Right. Whether they have lasting effects that people don't realize,
Yeah, it does. And I don't want to see friends, artists, families struggle with that.
Definitely.
Stuff.
We already got enough going on in life, with everything happening that's out of our control. We need to keep the things that we can control on lock.
Mm. I've been working on that, as I imagine you have been too. Even,
Yeah, for sure.
Discipline, big and little. I mean, even like showing up to this pod, we've been doing it our second week. Proud of us for crushing that out, and just staying on this rhythm, and I think, just finding the discipline in life, whether it be that substance or, finding a grind, passion, like what we got going.
Right.
I think can be kind of a North Star, because
exactly.
Amongst all the other chaos right now in life, I look forward to sitting down here, and talking.
For sure. I definitely look forward to it. The minute I left last time, I was looking forward to the next episode and thinking about like what we could talk about and everything. So I'm enjoying it, and I look forward to keep doing it for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you launched your art page too recently, right? As well.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of pulled it back up, and that was kind of something that came from this episode. At the last minute, you kind of asked me if I had any plugs, and I started thinking about what I could plug. And I have things that I've kind of given half effort into, or at least put effort into when I could, and had to put it down due to life or whatever. So I'm trying to pick everything back up. I got things in the works. I got some clothes that I'm working on with my friend Steven from Savage Village. Okay. And you can find them on Savage Village and Facebook, Savage Village Collective, or Savage_Village on IG. He makes really good stuff, man. Awesome tie-dyes and awesome reprints and original work. He's done some really cool stuff. People still kind of cherish his Charles I shirts that he did for Terry Bison. I still see people looking for him all the time. So shout out to Steven and what he does at Savage Village. We're going to get some work done soon. I just restarted my art page on Instagram. That's Infinite Art Collective, all one word on Instagram. So I'm going to be posting there more. And it's going to be a lot of stuff that we talk about here and whatnot, and just things that catch my eye every day, whether it's music, sports, anime, all that kind of stuff. And then my Facebook page, I'm going to start trying to stream again and do my own podcast thing in the future. So my Facebook page is Jedi. That's DJEDIII 3Is -47 on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I see you. One launching that group and then just pushing your personal page a lot.
For sure.
Love to see it. You're the one meme you made with was it Waiting Out for Tipper? Dude, that caught some traction.
Dude, it's going crazy. Somebody just reposted it again, and I had a friend tag me as we were walking in here, and they're like, dude, this meme's going around like crazy right now. Oh. And shout out to what was it? Denver Doses. Denver Doses is the one that kind of took my joke and memed it and posted it, and now it's definitely catching traction. So shout out to Denver Doses. I'm not sure who runs that page, but hit me up. Let's be friends.
Yeah, I was confused, like if it was an artist/promo page, but they're killing it with little.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I had friends who from like MK Culture, I believe is the name of the group or the shop. I'm not entirely sure. They make like really dope feminine clothes and stuff like that, and I think they have stuff for men too, but I'm not entirely familiar with all their work or their name, obviously. But I had a friend that worked with them that hit me up and said that they actually had done work with Denver Doses in the past, and they weren't too specific on it, but I mean, they obviously are in the scene and do something, so I'm going to get familiar with them as well. Shout out to them for showing love to my stupid little joke.
Yeah, dude, it struck a nerve, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. God, what else we got coming up here? I'm thinking.
I know Ott's coming up soon. We kind of mentioned him earlier with STS9, and STS9 is also celebrating 27 years. Did you see that? They made a post today saying that they've been making music for 27 years as of today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Ott's also putting out a new album tonight.
Okay.
So, yeah, new Ott on the way as of midnight. We got his show coming up on the 12th. What else? I think I had a couple other things.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Teed. Josh Teed is playing an event to help Asheville coming up at Laramie Lounge. I think it's this Saturday, October 5th. Double check that. Definitely go check his page and Facebook. Definitely show some love to all the Asheville homies. I know there's a lot of artists from the Undergrowth that are based out of Asheville. We touched base on Mercury the last episode. He's based out of there. Zeppelin, Kirby Bright, Cut Rug said that he's going to be no longer making music because his whole neighborhood is destroyed.
I saw that.
Truffala's out there going through it. Tenorless is out there doing auction on some art pieces to kind of help out and stuff. So definitely show love to all the Asheville homies, man. They're going through it right now and they need the help.
Absolutely. I see the raffle and love being put together around Josh, to support a huge part of the country that's affected, in the scene that's affected.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Josh, man. I used to have conversations with him a few years ago and stuff, and we always wanted to link when he had shows here, and I never had the chance to see him. So that's still on my bucket list. I still really want to see him. Hopefully I'll be able to go out this Saturday and support. Really want to,
Yeah, I haven't caught him perform either. We've chatted online here or there. I like how he's very outspoken about, the scene, behind the scenes, and just his views in general. He's another one who's very vocal. I dig that.
Yeah, for sure. I like people that are constantly trying to help the scene, and there's people that are vocal, but I mean, even myself at times, maybe I'll kind of give an opinion or make a joke about something, and it's really just to kind of bring awareness to the situation or show people a different perspective. But I like the people like him and like Mercury that will actually take the time to explain their thoughts and, actually put it in a light that people can understand and get people to bring awareness to the things that need awareness. Like right now, he was the first person I really saw mention that we need to be doing something to help Asheville, and that we have a huge community here in Denver, and there's a lot of people here that want to help, and we don't really know how. So big ups to him and all the people that help him get this event together so we can go try to help him.
Awesome. If the GoFundMe and the raffle is still available before this drops, we'll put in the link,
Yeah,
we'll
for
attach
sure.
it in here. I think it's awesome to see the community coming together, man.
We need to, man. We got to be there for each other. Otherwise, this doesn't work, I mean, I think quarantine kind of shed a light on that too, Like it shut down everything in the blink of an eye. And without the community and the people wanting music and running streams and how much effort went into getting the reach out to the people and the people showing love back to the artists, like that got people through it, There was a lot of people that probably wouldn't be making music to this day if they didn't get that support. So we need the support from everybody.
Quarantine changed a lot, dude.
Definitely.
Me personally too. I imagine for you.
Yeah, everything's been different since quarantine for me.
Been a big, refocus.
Yeah, for sure.
I can feel just even the world changed since then. Big and little.
Yeah, everything. I mean, even for a while, I couldn't get food past like 9 o'clock where I lived. Like that's even recently just becoming a thing. The world's definitely different now. And we definitely have a lot going on with the world in the moment with the election coming up and all kinds of stuff going on. So it's definitely time that we need to focus up and be a community, not just inside the music scene, but all together.
The tensions can get high.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, at this point. We'll hold it down, dude. We'll hold it down. What else we got on here? Oh yeah, the Pretty Lights album drop, dude. I like that rollout and the new way, that he released it. Interesting. I just like seeing somebody do something new in that way.
Right. Yeah, it was cool to see something different. I immediately hopped in there and started swirling it up. It was cool that you were able to kind of play with it and whatnot. And I definitely need to go back and sit down and listen to it again. I've been go like the past week since it dropped, but it was awesome to be able to have access to those tunes again. And I'm very excited for like an official release coming up. But it was definitely cool to see something different. And Pretty Lights is kind of the pinnacle for that right now. Almost everything they're doing is different in the scene, whether it's free live streams for everybody or dropping all their sets for free on SoundCloud and being on top of it and being really on top of their Discord, reaching out to people for songs that they want to hear, songs that they want to swirl in, samples, reaching out to people that are giving gifts to them. We see Michael Minert and Pretty Lights like wearing swag from fans. Like it's awesome to see, man. I really like seeing Pretty Lights do different things and just being really in touch with the community that they've built, and they deserve it.
Yeah, hearing out the community, listening, that's big. Was it the player? I never even used, was it Winamp for the?
I forget, yeah.
Never used it. Yeah, I just saw like people pouring out the nostalgia.
Right. You can also, like I saw somebody post in the Pretty Lights group that you could change the skins of it. So you could do like all kinds of different like animations and stuff. It was really cool. It's definitely fun. I definitely need to go play with it some more.
Yeah. Takes me back to messing on the family computer. Yeah, Windows XP or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Windows Movie Maker, shout out.
All the little video games we used to play as kids when we had nothing better to do, and before like real video games were even accessible to us, pinball and stuff like that, solitaire.
Oh yeah. Makes me think of just going on that LimeWire then,
Right.
Speaking on like the iPods. I was thinking about that, how you had to like, when you would always be burning a playlist or a CD or something, you always had like those one songs were like super long titled, but you would be throwing them in every playlist, and just kind of rode with you.
Yeah, definitely. I miss mixing physical mixtapes. We were kind of talking about physical art earlier, and there was nothing like, scrolling online trying to find music before even iTunes was a thing, and trying to like get them on a media player and watching them play on the media player as they were downloading song by song. And then as soon as everything downloaded, you were able to put in your CD and burn it all to the CD, and then walk around and have like everything written on it or draw on your CDs and stuff. And I think, that probably had like something to do with my reason for street art, or love for street art too. Cause I mean, I was drawing on CDs and everything as a kid, and that's definitely my life still today. It's just art and music.
Yeah. Denver Walls started lately, it's in full motion right now, right?
Yeah. Going on right now. It ends this Saturday, and they're doing like a block party to end it. And I know they got projections going on downtown for some of the murals starting tomorrow. But yeah, that's in full effect. I actually looked up a list of all the artists too.
Oh yeah, I know my friend Pat over at Waveform is running projection mapping one night.
That's
sick. I can't
sick.
recall. I've been talking about him on the pod here. Would love to make that happen too. Yeah, I think it's cool. They're doing lineups each night. I just saw their merch post. I love a good tote bag, dude. Like,
right. They had some cool stuff last year that was like in the pocket. It might have been like Illegal Pizza or something, but I was walking around just checking out murals, and I went in somewhere and they had like secret Denver Wall shirts that were like for sale at shops down there. And I know this year they're doing a free beer. I forget where exactly it's from. Let me look.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have like QR codes now on all the murals down there with plaques of the artists and stuff like that. And they have free beer from Ratio Beer Works. So if you go down there and you check in at different murals and stuff, you can like earn free beer by like checking in at the murals and earning points, I think.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. It's definitely like something interactive. If you like beer, if you like art, go down there and check yourself in, check out some cool art, and then go get some free beer.
Yeah. Make a treasure hunt out of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I ride around and just try to find mural after mural. A lot of times I don't even look at the maps, but if you go to Denver Walls on Facebook or their site, which I think is just denverwalls.com, they have maps of where you can find everything and the events that they got going on all the way till this weekend.
Oh yeah, we'll keep an eye out on that, man.
Shout out to all the artists there. I got like a list of them, I think. I'm going to give them all a shout out real quick.
Oh yeah.
Because why not? All right, artist lineup for Denver Walls: Anna Charney. Oh, I hope I didn't just butcher that.
That's okay.
Artist lineup for Denver Walls: Anna Charney, Birdcap, Chris Haven, Daniel Seawalker, Yana Ray Church, JD Pruitt, Kendall Kipley, LaDonia, Mr. B Baby, Marone, Patrick McGregor, Pursue, Telmo Meal, Tristan McGregor, Wayne One, and then projection mapping experiences by you said Lightbrush is your friend? Waveform experience, Lightbrush, and DSDI. Nice. I can't wait to check this out, man.
Awesome. Really rounded, it sounds like. Are you familiar with any or
Chris Haven. Chris Haven's one of my favorite like local artists. You will see his work everywhere, man. He's definitely a local street cat, and he even has work in the black box, like in the main room, right when the double doors as you're going out, like to exit the building, you'll see like a little pyramid behind the bar, and that's kind of like his signature is this little pyramid character that he's created, and you'll see that character everywhere in Denver. He definitely is a staple out here for street artists. Chris Haven is the man.
I do know the character.
Yeah. Super sick. I love seeing his work. Every time I see one pop up, I gotta like slam my brakes, get out of the car, and take a picture. I love his work.
Cool. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out on that, man, and we'll keep it rolling here. I'm feeling good about this another episode getting in here, and
oh yeah, man, definitely feeling good. I think we're crushing it so far. I've had a lot of fun doing these, and there's always more happening, so I look forward to talking more.
Likewise, man. I've heard a couple of people that not connected to even commenting that they've been waiting for something like these conversations to be out here.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait to be able to give more people like a platform to just kind of let loose and talk about their art and the things they got on their mind and how they're feeling about current situations with us.
Awesome. We'll keep it rolling, man. We'll put your links down in the bio here.
Awesome.
Subscribe and like the video.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Peace out, guys.
Much love.